Welcome to this week's What's for Dinner video. My name is Ashley. I'm going to be showing you 3 different meals I made this past week. I don't always follow recipes exactly, but if you're interested, I've linked some similar recipes down below. The first dinner I'm going to be showing you, I made some of my chicken taquitos. These are literally my favorite meal to make and my favorite meal of mine to eat. I absolutely love them. They are definitely a staple in my house. I am just starting out with my rice first just to get this all cooked up. I'm just toasting 1 cup of rice, adding in all my seasonings, my garlic salt, cumin, and onion powder, and then I'm just going to toast that around. I do like to toast it until it's nice and fragrant. I do think it helps with the texture of the rice being extra fluffy when it's done. And then I'm adding in my tomato sauce, so it's a little bit more than half of an 8-ounce can of tomato sauce. Then I'm going to add in my liquid, so I'm adding in 2 cups of water, and then I'm adding 1 teaspoon of chicken bouillon and 1 teaspoon of a tomato bouillon. At this point, you can turn the heat back up while you're mixing everything together just to be careful not to spill anything. Once it starts to simmer, you can go ahead and throw the lid on it. I let it sit for about 20 minutes untouched on really low. Before I start assembling the taquitos, I'm just going to work on making some homemade guacamole. So I'm taking a couple avocados and just kind of putting that in a bowl to mash up. I just use some salt, pepper, and lime juice. I absolutely need fresh guacamole for any type of Mexican dish. I will not buy pre-made, already packaged guacamole. I just cooked 2 large chicken breasts in my Instant Pot. Once those were done, it's time to shred it. I like to keep a little bit of the juice from the pot just to keep the chicken nice and juicy, and it helps shred better. So this is going to be the filling for my taquitos. So I'm just going to add in a couple spoonfuls of sour cream just to make the chicken nice and creamy. It is already kind of seasoned, but I will season again. For the filling, I'm also going to add in a couple handfuls of some shredded cheddar jack blend. I like to taste test the chicken and figure out what else it needs, so I'm going to add in a little bit more cumin. And then I will start assembling my taquitos. So I like to warm my corn tortillas up in the microwave with a little bit of water just to keep them nice and soft and easily able to roll. So I just put a little bit of the filling in them and roll like so. After you roll them, you want to place them seam side down and they will stay closed. While you are rolling your taquitos, you want to have some oil heating up on about medium heat. I had just had mine heating for a couple minutes, and then I just placed them seam side down to fry closed. Once they become nice and brown on the one side and your desired texture, I do like mine a little bit more crunchy, I'm then just going to flip them, roll them on their back, and the whole back of them should be able to fry. Once they are done and nice and crunchy, you just want to pick them up, drain off the excess grease from both sides so you don't bite into super hot oil. And then I just place mine on like either a paper towel or a drying rack to finish kind of draining the excess oil. how everything looked when it was done. I just topped it with some queso fresco, lettuce, fresh guacamole with the Mexican rice on the side. 10 out of 10. The next dinner I'm going to be showing you, I just made some chicken scampi. The husband actually requested this meal and it's pretty easy to make. So I'm just starting off with a couple chicken breasts, and I'm going to first butterfly those in half and then cut those chicken breasts in half to create little like chicken tenderloins. Is that what they're called? Whenever I am breading chicken, I like to make sure to season both the chicken and the flour mixture. So I'm going to season with my adobo seasoning, Cajun seasoning, and then this citrusy blend from Trader Joe's. Once the chicken is all seasoned, I'm going to do the same thing to the flour. I am basically just going to dry bread the chicken. I'm not going to use like an egg wash or anything. This is just going to create a light coating for the chicken. To my pan, I have some olive oil and butter mixed together and heating up. I'm just going to place half the chicken down in the pan and let those cook. After a couple minutes and they become nice and brown on the bottom side, just go ahead and flip them. Once they were done, I just removed them to a clean plate and worked on the second batch. In the same pan, I'm going to work on the sauce. I just kind of use chicken broth, butter, garlic, lemon juice. Normally I would just cook half a box of pasta for this amount of sauce, but I just cooked a full box of pasta so my husband could use it for leftovers. It got a little full in this pan. So I'm just doing the best that I can to toss this pasta in the sauce. Definitely add more sauce if needed. This is how it looked when it was done. I just roasted some veggies on the side. This definitely made great leftovers for lunch for a couple days. The last dinner I'm going to be showing you, I made a chicken bacon ranch salad with avocado, onion, tomato. This was so good. I'm just using some romaine from Trader Joe's. For some reason, I feel like this romaine is a lot lighter in color than the one that I get normally from Safeway. We like our salad cut up into like little strips. Next, I'm just going to prep the meat for the salad. I'm just using some bacon, a couple slices of bacon, and rough chopping that up so I can cook that. Then I'm going to prep my chicken. So again, butterflying my chicken breasts in half. This salad was great for lunch the next day at work as well. I am of course going to season with my adobo everything seasoning and my citrusy blend. Those are my key seasonings right now. First, I'm going to cook up the bacon in my pan. You don't need to add any extra oil because bacon has a lot of fat and oil in it. I am just going to cook this bacon until it is all the way cooked through and nice and crispy. I am going to save a little bit of the bacon grease to cook the chicken in just for some more flavor. I'm very confident with my ability of cooking chicken, which is why I feel comfortable to crowd the pan like this and make sure it gets all the way cooked. If you don't feel that comfortable, definitely only do half a batch. So of course, to keep the chicken nice and juicy and help cook the insides, I love to just cover it for a couple minutes. This is how everything looked when it was done. I just topped the lettuce with some ranch and all of the toppings. This was delicious and we will definitely be making this often. Thank you so much for watching this week's What's for Dinner video. Make sure you come back next week for another one.